Hey everyone, Grantfly here. Today we're going to be trying out a Monoblack Burn deck with a new card from Wilds of Eldraine, Hopeless Nightmare. Single black, when it enters the battlefield, each opponent discards a card and loses 2 life. And when it's put into the graveyard, you can scry 2 and you can pay 3 mana to sacrifice it. Basically, that card was an interesting one to me. I tried it out in Mono Black Control, and it doesn't really seem like it, which is another one of my pet decks. It doesn't really seem like it does enough for that deck, but it does seem kind of perfect for the Burn deck because it's pretty efficient card. Single black mana makes them lose 2 life. A little bit of disruption with the discard, and this is a deck that can really, if any deck can, this is one that can take advantage of the 2 life to really make this card relevant. Because, I mean, if your deck's not attacking your opponent's life total that intensively, then that part of the card is not going to do that much. So I think this is the shell that makes the most sense for it, if it's going to have an impact at all. The rest of the deck, kind of standard. I guess there are different things you could be doing with this deck, but I'm not going to go over it too carefully. Tyrant's Choice, lose 4 life. Probably one of the most efficient burn spells in the entire format. All the creatures that we have make the opponent lose life without having to connect. Bump in the Night, lose 3, and it has flashback. You have a few Rakdos Carnariums to try and help with that. And you have the Vampire's Kiss plus Alms of the Vein combo, sort of. And then a couple removal spells in Soul Reap. I didn't want to play more than this main deck because it can be a dead card. And the sideboard, just has like a few cards for various matchups. A lot of the lists I've seen play Trespasser's Curse. I'm not totally sold on it, but I am playing 2 of them. And it's probably pretty self-evident what the rest of these cards are good against, so we'll hop in a league and see how it goes. All right, here we are in round 1. This hand looks pretty par for the course. I did turn the moto sounds down, by the way, so I know they were a little loud in the last few videos. So hopefully they're a little bit more manageable. I don't want to turn them completely off because I just love them, but I'll bump my opponent. Also props to B_ball on Reddit. I think his list was kind of the basis for this one. It's pretty similar. I changed a couple things, but it looked pretty good. All right, looks like we're against probably like blue-white Affinity, something like that. So just going to be a pure race. I'm just going to fire off the most burn possible in the shortest time possible. So I want Torture, right? Yes. Alright, so next turn I can deal 6 more. Gain a little life. Probably won't race a good all the glitters draw with this, but I guess I could try and draw a creature to chump with, although I only have the 4 scorpions really, so not super likely to work. Let's see. So yeah, if I draw a bump, another bump in the night, I'm good. But other than that, it's going to be hard to win before. Well, I can probably race them if they don't have an Alden Glitters, but if they do, I'm probably not going to win. We shall see. Okay, there it is. So I have one turn here. Blocking with the Scorpion isn't going to do it either at this point. Oh, man. So I can get them to 1. That's brutal. Is there any way around this? I don't really think so. Let me just check this list again. Oh, I could draw Soul Reap. No, that doesn't work because they'll still die. Alright, well, I guess we'll just fire off our cards. I mean, or not. There's not really a point. Okay, we got raced. Is there anything that would be good here? I guess a Soul Reap would be good. Another one of those. Maybe Geth's Verdict, but also maybe not. This Curse doesn't really seem that good against them. If I draw it anytime after turn 2, since they're just making a big creature anyway. Same with the rats. Yeah, I think I just bring in Soul Reap and maybe one of these. And maybe take out the fruit because it's horrible, and possibly a Sign in Blood. Alright, we'll try that. Oh, yeah. Was I going to play that game? No. Okay. Yeah, well, is this hand good? If I draw a second land, it's still kind of clunky. I think it's a mulligan. Well, yeah, I think it's a mulligan. All right, this seems a little bit better. Let's keep, and we will put back. It's kind of a tough one. They mulligan, so I do kind of like this Hopeless Nightmare, but it might be the worst card because like Dispute plus Vampire's Kiss helps us draw into a bunch more stuff, and this is more damage than Hopeless Nightmare, and this is more damage. So even though it's not very on theme, but I think I am supposed to put that back. I guess it's only one less than Bump, and it does hit a card of theirs, but I feel like against Affinity, like hitting one random card isn't that great. Yeah, we'll try this. I think I want to keep Deadly Dispute and Vampire's Kiss both. I could put this back, but I think when you mulligan, it's kind of valuable to have the blood tokens. All right. I mean, this is a pretty solid hand. I can't complain about this on a mulligan. Am I getting ninja'd? Seems like. This is also the kind of hand where the flashback on bump could definitely be relevant if I do end up with red mana. Not the most explosive start from our opponent, so hopefully we can get this one. I think I'm going to start off by disputing one of these blood tokens, just for mana efficiency. Okay, and then I'll save the treasure token if possible for the flashback on bump, so I'm just going to bump and pass the turn. Next turn we can bump plus Vampire's Bite. Maybe also activate the blood if we want to do that. The question if I should block with this thing or not. I kind of think maybe I should, because this seems like the kind of deck that can just spew out a bunch of blockers pretty easily, which could easily stymie this. And I am the burn deck, so it's theoretically, of course, I'd rather be attacking, but let's see. If they play an artifact, they can't play a Mirror Retriever, but they could put out a bunch of Frogmites. All right, we'll try not blocking. See how that goes. I don't really think this is a great idea, but I'm gonna try it. Wow, okay, so I mean, I figured maybe they weren't playing their land just to kind of like trick me into blocking, but they actually didn't have it, so that does make not blocking a lot better. Just pretty unlucky for them. Just play all our spells first because we're the burn deck. Attack. Alright, they're definitely in a bad spot here. Going to 5. At a virtual 3 because of the Scorpion. Thought casting, that's going to cost 2 if they want to do that. Right now. Alright, now it costs 1. This doesn't feel like a great matchup, I must admit. Seems like they can just really outpace you with damage, so you have to nab like a key creature with the Soul Reap or something in order to really have a shot. Or they have to have a bad draw, which they can have sometimes. Alright, so we've dealt our last damage with Wreck and a Raid here. Let's see what we got. Okay, that's definitely solid. If we attack with the Scorpion, of course, they can just block it with Ornithopter, so that doesn't work, but we can cast this. And we have some live draws here. Is there a point to attacking with Road Captain? It just kind of trades off with a Frogmite or whatever. Doesn't really seem like it's worth it. So I guess I won't. We're 1 mana away from flashing back Bump in the Night. So yeah, anything we draw next turn except like a tap land is pretty good. Well, I guess another Scorpion doesn't necessarily do it, but... Another Scorpion. Should I loot this away? I don't think keeping it does that much. They already kind of can't attack. So I think I am going to. There's lots of things we could draw to just win right now. I think that's worth doing. Okay, that wasn't one of them. All right. Okay, so we do lose to a Metallic Rebuke here. Or we don't lose, but I mean, it would be bad for us. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So their pump spell can be 9. They're just digging. I don't know what they're digging for, to be honest. But that's fine. Alright, well, we have multiple ways we could do this. Daze is not legal. So let's bump in the night for fun. Yeah, looking at the way I built this, I do kind of wish I had one more sacrifice outlet for my Serrated Scorpions. Maybe instead of this card. Both copies. Okay. Does anything change? I mean, I guess there are situations where Crypt Rats could be good. It seems even worse on the draw, though. Yeah, let's just run it back. Okay. This hand has a little interaction in it. I think this is fine. Yeah, the more I think about it, the more I like taking out Sign and Bloods in this matchup. I just think, on average, it's pretty much a race, so you don't really have much time to be drawing cards. think I fire off the most burn first, and then next turn I can go raid into Reap. I guess in theory I want to save Reap for a something they put all the glitters on, but we might not have that luxury. We need to save some life here. Ginger root. What is this? Flying. Okay, sure. Okay, so we're down to 18. Okay, so now I have to decide what I'm trying to do here. If I want a Soul Reap or if I want to save that for a creature. The problem is if I don't save it, yeah, these Cyanobloods are miserable. Okay, so if this can be, these four, or three are unblockable basically. If I sign in blood, say they 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's +8 to anything. So, I mean, I wouldn't be dead, but I would definitely be in a bad position. Plus the fact that I can't actually trigger it with a 1 mana spell. For sure, I mean, I could still cast it, of course, but I think those things combined make me want to sign in blood. I guess we're kind of playing the control role here. So let's see, 1, 2, 3, +8 is 11, 7, 5. I'd be at 5. I guess I could probably recover from that. I'll be at 6 because I'm going to play this Okiba gang, a wreck and a raid most likely. All right, let's do that. All right, we can handle one of those. We just have to hope they don't have more than one. Take 11 here. Ouch. I think we just maximize the life we gain. Oh no. They have the counterspell. Okay. So we have lost. We're going to take 11 in the air next turn. Nothing we can do about it. GG's. We will be back for the next round. Back to round 2. Got another one-lander here. It's pretty miserable. I think we mulligan. Okay, this has a plan at least. Good turn 1. Alright, cool. So now we get to have something Spellstutter Sprited. Guess we still have to go for it though, I think. Yep. Okay, well, if they have another one, it's going to be really bad. Let's, I guess, test it out with this bump in the night. They did get bumped. Okay, I think we try to Sign in Blood to draw some cards here. Counterspell, alright. See if this connects. It would be good if it does. Then we can, we have Dispute Fodder and we have Alms of the Vein fodder. That's definitely good. It's going to be really hard to beat even a single ninjutsu on this sprite, if that ever happens. Seems like they probably don't have anything in their hand, or maybe they have a removal spell or something. I feel like they would have countered the Vampire's Kiss if they could have. Yeah, okay, it's a land. Alright, that's good. We have a turn to do some stuff unobstructed. They kept one. This card again. It just doesn't really seem good enough to me. All right, we get to draw. That's cool. Okay, well, I guess it costs 1 mana, so I'll play it. It does have that going for it. Draw 3? Sure. Alright, well, let's see if they can counter whatever else we got here. Okay, that's definitely nice. Huh. On the one hand, I want to draw right now. On the other, this Scorpion is just kind of a repeating source of damage, which is good. See if I do this, that's 5. I go to 3. I'd have to use my blood token, which I don't really want to do. I guess eventually I can start throwing that thing at them. I think I just bite and play Scorpion, but don't sack it. Because if I get them down to 2, then this is game over. They can't deal with it, even if they do counter the Deadly Dispute. 2 is not that far away. The good thing about this is that it's instant speed, so it kind of plays around Sprite, unlike all the rest of the stuff in my deck, none of which does. If I draw another Alms, I guess that could also do so. But yeah, I guess that doesn't really matter at this point because they have plenty of mana. So what would I want here? Rats and witches probably. And maybe this, but I don't know. Destroy my blood token. Okay. Got me. Bolt that. Okay. Well, I guess let's start throwing some fruit at our opponent. I was bad-mouthing this card earlier, but I guess it might work. Okay, that got sprited. Fair enough. Okay, I'm going to take a turn off fruiting to dispute into Soul Reap. If they counter the dispute, then they die to this Soul Reap. Since I drew this, I think this is okay. They have countered it. Now they will die to the Soul Reap. We did it. Game 2. Crypt Rats, Witches, I actually kind of do like Nightmare here. Board out one of these as usual. Soul Reap was good there. I don't think it's like usually going to be very good, but Maybe Sign of Blood is even worse. Guess we just gotta take out something here. So, and this does kill a creature. So we can keep that. You know what? Let's board out all the bloods and bring in like a Geth's Verdict. Yeah, let's try this. Geth's Verdict because it's instant speed, so it provides some protection against a ninja or a sprite, although it does cost a lot of mana. So maybe not worth it, but give it a try. All right, I'll pause until the second game starts. This hand seems fine. Relic, okay. There's the Relic Stopper, or the Relic Target. That's okay. I think even though this is more damage, we should resolve this because of the blood tokens. Those are very good. Okay. I think I'm going to go ahead and play the Witches and play the Fruit. Get it exiled because it's hard. I feel like I have a better chance of playing and flashing back Bump in the Night than I do escaping 3 cards to flash this back or escape it. I guess the alternative argument would just be play this because it's more damage right now, which is reasonable, but I feel like all these cards are kind of the same, so. Alright, I got my Witches. Not totally surprising there. Vampire's Kiss, sure. I guess we'll lead with that. Okay, actually, let's lead with an attack for 2. Wouldn't surprise me if they had a counterspell for one of these things. We'll lead with this, because we do already have 2 blood tokens, so if this gets countered, it's not as big a deal. And it did. That's a good one. Yeah, so the witches did just eat a bolt, but it did allow our road captain to get in at least once. So that's kind of decent. Wow, they're not leaving anything back to block Cutthroat or road captain. They have another creature? No? Alright. Okay, that's pretty good. That hits their Lorien Revealed. It's kind of huge, actually. I really feel like they should have left a creature back here. So now I get to get in for 2, which is way better for me than them getting in for 1. Okay, well, that explains it. So now we Nightmare. Okay, nice. So we get to keep our bump now. So they exiled in response. Discarded the Lorien. Alright, well, the last card must be better than that. Or they're probably just afraid to tap out against my deck, which makes sense. Alright, that's a lot of damage. We're looking pretty good for next turn. I have a lot of draws. I have to decide whether I want to sack this during my upkeep. I don't think I will, because I just have blood tokens that I can use instead. Counterspell. Okay, so I have one of those covered. Yeah, since they have the counterspell already, I think I take a draw here. Swamp. Okay, so now I have the option of scrying and discarding. I think now it makes sense to do it. Like I could have drawn into a Alms of the Vein, so like I blood token it, they counter it, I draw into another burn spell. Okay, don't want the swamp. The Crypt Rats is not the worst. It does kind of require 5 mana to be a threat. Although it would also clear the board. It's kind of awkward to choose to draw a card that doesn't kill them outright. But it's still a threat. I'm still going to be drawing other cards, so I think it's still fine to keep. Yeah, I can loot away the swamp. Pass the turn. And they kind of have to counter it if I cast it with one card in my hand, because it could very well be a land. I think they have to counter this, so I'm going to play it. Like, they don't know that I don't have a land right now. Sprite, okay. That's pretty good. And then I have another counter spell. So this lets me bump, but the bump is just going to get countered. So maybe I am supposed to loot away the blood token. I guess I can wait on that. But I think I will loot it away. Okay. So yeah, as it stands now, I guess I do wish I had this fruit still in the ground, or I wish I had waited to play that, because I would still have some fodder for it. All right, so they're attacking me. I am now at 8. It's not lethal next turn, I don't think. But I think I am still supposed to loot this away. Okay, that's a must counter for them. That is not good. All right, so we'll play this. So yeah, if they draw a ninja, I guess we lose. So we didn't draw another burn spell there. A ninja or a counter spell or anything. And we could still draw a 1-mana thing here, I guess. Oop, that's not good. All right. Well, let's see what they got. We have won the match. All right, 1-1. That one was a nail biter. We'll see you at the next one. Back for round 3. This hand is acceptable. I'm drawing this card a lot, so I guess I'm having a good opportunity to see what I think about it. Also drawing this card a fair amount. Okay, turn 1, Swift Spear. Let's see if we can beat that. We do have a removal spell for it. Not sure what the best turn 1 play is here. I think it's just Scorpion. Is it either, it soaks up some damage or forces them to spend a removal. Well, they're not going to spend a removal spell, but I think that's right. If our opponent ever lets us draw. Okay. Yeah, let's throw out the Scorpion. Chaining my Scorpion. Deal. So I think I am going to wait on the Soul Reap so I can get the damage. It's going to cause us to take some damage here, but I think it's worth. I'll go ahead and get the Nightmare down. Make them lose some cards. Yeah. Oh, maybe I should just play a Scorpion, huh? And block again. That actually sounds kind of good. And next turn I can Nightmare plus Soul Reap. Oh, I see. They're doing that. Interesting, interesting. Exile the Swift Spear that they can't play. I think I save more damage by waiting. I don't know. Does that make sense? So I Nightmare them. They go to 16. They go to 13. Potentially 11. I go to 18. Stay at 18. I think it makes sense to wait. We'll see if that turns out to be right. Alright, it is tempting to like start this Reckoner raid as soon as possible. So I think I'm going to do that. I don't think they can empty their whole hand by next turn. I might be playing a deadly game waiting on this Hopeless Nightmare so much, but I'm going to do it anyway. This does gain me some life, which is good. Our opponent seems like they're doing something else while they're playing us. I'm going to pause and unpause to try and save some time for the viewer here. Plasma Scorpion, sure. Three, four, five, 6, 7, 8. So doing them 8 next turn. guess if we draw a land, we can play Fruit, flash it back. So that's decent. So they'll be at 3. Yeah, I don't think I sack this during my upkeep because then I would only have 1 mana. So there's not. Yeah, I think I have many more live draws if I don't sacrifice it than if I do. You discard a Fire Blast. Okay, interesting. Bump, and your turn. That will work. Bump for the win. All right. Let's see. So, Geth's Verdict, not exactly great against all those tokens. Crypt Rats, also kind of scary against the burn deck. I definitely want the Soul Reap. I guess this is where Trespasser's Curse would be good because they're called Dotha Rebirth, so I suppose I'll bring it in. Probably don't want to be signing in blood this matchup. Okay, definitely don't want to do that. I mean, I suppose a Geth's Verdict. I do kind of wish I had 4 of these now. Upon reflection, but I guess one Verdict. Oof, it's really embarrassing against the tokens. But I guess that's fine. I think it's better than Crypt Rats. Witches just dies on sight, so I don't really love that. Yeah, I'll just play a Verdict. Alright, this seems fine. This is an interesting one. I think I'm going to keep it. It does need a few things to go right, but I think it has the potential that makes it worth keeping. Because if we do get any kind... I mean, Drawing Life's kind of good against them anyway, and if we ever do get a Madness Outlet, it's very nice to have those. Alms. Lead off with a Nightmare. So far I am really liking Nightmare in the deck. I think it's a pretty clear upgrade over whatever was there before. Alright, we're getting chained, but no Swift Spear, so I can definitely live with that. Okay. It's awkward waiting to play this. So, and then it's going to make it harder to trigger Soul Reap, but I think we just are fine with that. Like, I want to get this in play as soon as possible. And it's not even like we're really wasting that much mana because I still can bump this turn. Yeah. Alright. Okay. That's good. If I draw a land, I guess I'll regret what I did, but if I don't, then, I mean, it's fine. I can still kill this thing either way. Ooh. Okay, well. greedy am I going to get here? They do have a lot of mana, so this could get very big, very, very fast. On the other hand, I'll gain some life, 17. And then the problem is, even if I set this up for Alms of the Vein, even if I do it, I'm not guaranteed to be able to play Soul Reap. If I draw an untapped lands in my next 2 draws, I can do it, but one of them I won't know about. So yeah, I think I've talked myself into just playing this Soul Reap, getting that Swift Spear off the board. It's not exactly the most thrilling play, but I think it's better overall. It makes our next few turns very slow, but still think it's worth it. Oh, yikes. Alright, well, it's a lot of damage. I just have to hope they're almost out of gas here. I do get a blocker now. I think I am going to play Vampire's Kiss just because of how it sets me up for next turn. Okay, they're digging. Mountain. This is great. They can't get in. Alright, that's very good. Okay, we may have turned the corner here. Start off with an Alms. Okay, so I could play Dross Pits, or I could play Reckoner Raid. The Raid gives me 1 more life right now. The Pits gives me the option to play both of these next turn, which still wouldn't kill them. So I guess I think I just want this down now. Although it would let me gain a bunch of life, which could be good. I guess if I drew a land off it, it would kill them because this is 2. Yeah, so I should play this. And I guess I'll leave back the captain. I mean, if I attack, they just won't block. So at least this way it forces them to spend a removal spell on it. I think we have them dead next turn. Oh, we don't necessarily have them dead next turn, but I guess overall I'm more worried about dying to their burn than I am about. Then I think it's likely that I can kill them by attacking, or that attacking will make the difference. Do 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh boy. Yikes. Okay, they're creature flooded. That's really good for us. All right, so we just really need to draw an untapped land, basically, is what it comes down to. We have 2 tries to do it. Or a bump in the night, I guess, would also work. Scorpion would be pretty hard for them to beat. What's going on? Are we attacking here? they were going to attack, they probably should have done it before playing this. 3, 4, 5. So one burn spell kills me exactly if I don't block, or a bolt, I guess. If it's a Galv Blast, it doesn't. Yeah, I think I'm pretty... And if they... I feel like if they attack and they don't have it, like if they don't have it, there's not really a way they can attack. But maybe they know that I know that, so that's why they would do it anyway, and then I would be incentivized to block. It's an interesting spot. I don't even know if they're going to attack, but might as well think about it since they are just making us wait here. Yeah, if they attack, I'm probably blocking. The question is, what am I blocking? If they leave back Epicure, then I feel like I definitely have to block. I'm going to pause until they do something. Okay, they didn't attack, so we'll take a draw. Tyrant's Choice. Oh boy. I mean, yeah, we're kind of still in the same spot, so I think I just do this thing I was planning to do. Oh, Rakdos Carnarium. Brutal. Okay, looks like they get a turn to try and kill me. Don't love it. I'm at 14, but I guess it's possible for them to kill me from here. Okay. Don't think this is lethal though. Take 9. Sovereign's Bite for the win. We'll be back for the next round. Yes, we would play. Can't keep this. This is fine. I think we're supposed to put back Sovereign's Bite because we have the Vampire's Kiss, Alms of the Vein engine, and we have a 1-drop. We have like 2 1-drops, so I think that's the play. J-Waves plays Monowhite a lot, so certainly looks like that's what's going on here. Journey for the Scorpion, very sad. At least it got in 1 damage. Okay, we found another Trespasser's Curse matchup. It's pretty cool. Let's try and draw some cards here. Screech 'em. We screech 'em. So let's see if they do the pump. That's only 15, so we should be safe from that. You can't do 2 of them. Yeah, I think it makes sense to dispute here because we currently need to draw another land to play enough of these cards to kill them next turn anyway. So yeah, I think we might as well. I'll do it first just to see what we get. Alright, let me think here. I mean, yeah, this'll kill them next turn unless they kill my treasure somehow. It should actually kill them anyway, so that's fine. We'll just play this, I guess. Gain an extra life in case something weird happens. I guess they play that life gain creature too, so I'm not really sure what that means for what our play should have been, but this is what we did. Okay, so I guess all these are good. Soul Reap is probably not that good. Could bring in Spellbomb, but that doesn't really seem worth it. I guess Crypt Rats is also good. The Witches, because they have Journey to Nowhere, like Witches and Scorpion kind of don't seem quite as good as they normally might be. I wonder if I'm not supposed to do that. Maybe we just take out Scorpions. Because, like, yeah, it is kind of hard for them to work if they have Journey to Nowhere. We could leave in Soul Reap just because it can kill a creature and deal damage. This is an interesting setup. You know, let's give this a try. I don't know if it'll work, but yeah, let's try it. I'm kind of starting to think maybe you just play Witches or Trespass and not both. Or is it Trespass? The name of the enchantment where you target them. Sounds good, I think. Yeah, that's the card. It's going to be a problem for me. Nightmare is a little bit of a double-edged sword because of prismatic strands here. I guess if I was going to play it, I should have played it before they got a bunch of Squadron Hawks to discard. Alright, so I can reap this away next turn, which is decent. Oh no, they protected it. Very smart. Okay, well. What then should I do? I guess I sign in blood while I still kind of have the life total advantage here. Another sign in blood. I guess I'll go ahead and play this. It's a little awkward. Maybe this is the card that should be coming out. Yikes, they get 2 life. Oof. Not great. Okay. All right, come on, rats. Let's get our rats in here. Yeah, definitely the rats really bad. Drawing enough sign and blood might not do the trick either. Okay. There it is, but too late. I think we do this to gain some life and hope we don't die here. Because if they have the pump spell, I'm very dead still. Alright, they don't seem to have it. That's good. That's fine. Okay, so we can clear the board with the rats, which is definitely very important. just check if they're dead somehow. 4, 6. No, it doesn't look like it. Okay. So we rats for 3 right now before they can untap. And they should be dead next turn unless they gain some life, which I don't think they can. Yep. Alright, looks like we're going to get this one as well. Tyrant's Choice. Torture. Nightmare. We have done it. All right, we have potential 4-1 here. Back for the next one. Here we go for round 5. This hand is pretty slow on the draw. Has 3 Sign and Bloods. I don't really think this is a good hand, to be honest. So I'm gonna mulligan. This is a little better. It's still not great, but I don't want to go to 5. Okay, well, we have a possible answer to that, which is more than you can usually say in this kind of deck. Will it work? Probably not, but okay, they're going wide. Guess we'll take this opportunity to get the Scorpion down. I won't bluff attack. Mm-hmm. Bit of a problem. I guess I'll try and knock off the Hyena Umbra in the hopes that we can draw into our other Soul Reap. It's either that or just play one spell. The question is, do I attack with these? He'll just block both, I guess. So maybe that's what I want, actually. Because I mean, there's not really any reason not. Like, he's already got the one thing. So yeah, I think I actually do attack with both. Just okay, so we got him for 1. That's something. I guess I could wait and try and get in for 1 again. Next turn. I think it's better to do it this way. Okay. If we can survive 2 more turns, I guess we have enough. Yikes. Alright, so let's play our life gain stuff as much as possible. Is this actually enough? 6 plus 8? Yeah, it is. Okay, cool. Oh wait, no it's not. Did my math wrong here. So yeah, we need to like kill our scorpion somehow or draw another soul reap, maybe. Or we might just be dead. It's also possible. Nope. Okay, we get 1 more turn. Yikes. That isn't gonna do it, I don't think. Oh, actually, yeah, we're 1 short. That's brutal. 4, 3, yeah. Yep, that seems like it could happen sometimes. Like we could play this and loot, but it doesn't really. There's nothing we could draw. So. Go ahead and concede 4, 5, 7. Yep. All right, close game, close game. Maybe I was premature on the sacrifice there. All right, so Soul Reap's good. Geth's Verdict is probably good. Maybe trim Sign and Blood a little bit. Trim this. It's a lot of 4s. Maybe we trim a Scorpion and a Dispute. No, I don't. It's weird, like taking these 2 cards out together doesn't really. I mean, I guess the ratio would be similar. Let's just cut another Sign and Blood and try this. Yeah. Verdict, certainly not a guarantee, but I think it's worth trying for that to work. All right, so has a plan. Okay. we'll get in for our 1 damage. Try and get him with the Geth's Verdict somehow. Don't actually need to do this in response, and I probably shouldn't have done that. But it seems like they don't have a second land. Have them on the ropes, but we don't have the fastest clock in the world here. Our hands full of some defensive cards, but I guess that's fine. Okay. That's a nightmare, but fortunately we do have the Verdict to handle it. And I guess I'll try and get them with Geth's Verdict again, which means I can't get in for 1, but I think it's worth it to try and nab a card from their hand. Might not work. If they play a creature, yeah, I definitely have to do this in response. Most definitely. Alright, now they get a bodyguard. And now they get another one. All right, sure. Fine. I can't really loot anything. This is an awkward sequence, but I guess it's okay. Yeah, I'm going to attack at this point if they want to, like, trade for 1 and lose some life. I think I'm fine with that. They are going kind of wide here. Maybe I want some rats. Oh wow, okay. Pretty decent. Perfect. Right on time. Okay. Don't know if this would fizzle the thing. I think I just Sovereign's Bite and like loot away one of these lands. I guess I could do that first if that's what I'm doing. But it's hard to imagine I would play anything different, so I'm just going to do this. Okay, so they need, yeah, I won't attack now, obviously, and now they need to either give it protection preemptively or my Scorpion will, oh god, oh, that's horrible. Really punishing me for not attacking. Yeah, okay, I need to find a burn spell. I just remember that I can kill my own Scorpion with this, so I'm okay if I can find 2 damage from somewhere. So I'm going to loot away this land. That will do it. That will also do it. I guess I won't show them Soul Reap. Even though they've seen it before, but whatever. Doesn't matter. Alright, the verdicts were definitely crucial. It's going to be hard for that to work on the draw, but what are you going to do? I guess this is a consideration since they did play out a lot of creatures sometimes. They have the cartouche. It still seems kind of bad to me, but Witches actually maybe is better. And take out this last Sign in Blood and maybe this thing. Okay, let's try that. The idea is maybe the Witches can combine with the Geth's Verdict to kill one of their big creatures potentially. This hand doesn't have a lot of defense, but I don't really think I can mulligan it, especially when they mulliganed. It's just a generally solid hand. Vault Scourge. Okay. That might need to die pretty soon. It's really going to mess up my plan. Okay, well, that's awkward. Do I just kill the other one and hope to draw a Verdict? I don't know. That feels like that might be the right play to try. Yeah, let's try that. Okay. All right, just need 2 verdicts. No big deal. No big deal. It seems kind of pointless to try and play these burn spells, so I'm just going to loot away one of them. Like if we do this, hit them to 14, 12, they just go back up to 17, then we can go, yeah, I mean, it's not really going to work. We're 2 verdicts away, which is a problem. So yeah, I'm trying to evaluate the odds of this working versus if I should just try and outrace them, but I don't see how I possibly can. I suppose gaining life is like somewhat relevant. Okay, I'll take one more draw, I guess. I mean, I guess I'll loot away the bump in the night. I draw a verdict. That could work. Oh man. It's a lot of damage, but it's just not gonna really be able to compete. Okay. Let's dispute. $12, 14, yeah. All right, let's dispute this vault. That ain't it either. I mean, I guess I can vote for death and see if they oblige. Not likely. They did. Okay. Interesting. Well, that probably won't work again, but that was cool. Oh, God. It seemed like the wrong thing to do, but maybe I'm missing something here. Maybe they just don't understand how Tyrant's Choice works. Now if we draw a verdict, we can just use that. We did not. Okay, well, let's try this again. All right, they figured it out. Good for them. It has vigilance now, so we can still attack, but okay. So I guess I should have sacked this to try and draw it instead of doing that. We can gain 3 and maybe we live another turn. Alright, we have one more bite at the apple. That's a whiff. Okay, we'll try this one more time and then we'll concede. They got it. Alright. They got me. GG. So we went 3 and 2. Thoughts on the deck? I think Hopeless Nightmare is definitely good. I think it makes the deck better. Yeah, I mean, I was actually pleasantly surprised by how it functioned. I might want one less Sign in Blood. Drawing tons of those is usually not very good. And I might want a Snuff Out or an extra Soul Reap main. And I may have messed up sideboarding against that last deck. Like maybe I should have boarded out Tyrant's Choice for more removal. I kind of had all my removal in, except for Crypt Rats, so I don't know. I might want more removal in the board, either like maybe more Edicts or a Snuff Out or two. Figuring out what to do between Witches and Trespasser's Curse is tricky. Like against blue-red Faeries, I wanted Witches sort of, but I didn't want Curse. Although Witches wasn't even that great anyway, so maybe I just need to play some more with Curse to figure out when it's actually good. Obviously it is good in some matchups, but it kind of feels like it's not really worth playing, but I might be wrong. Choking Sands I never brought in. Possible this card just doesn't need to be in a deck like this. I mean, I guess Tron would be the main thing it would be good against, or the red-green ramp deck, but it's possible you can just beat those decks without it, just by going fast. But yeah, overall, I was pretty satisfied with the deck. Deadly Dispute, at first I wanted more, but I don't really think you can play more than a couple, given you only have like what, 18 targets for it. Here's your targets, and Reckon-Raid is like a very iffy target anyway, because like you really have to set it up to sacrifice that if you're trying to. So I don't think you want more of these. I don't know what you might want instead. Maybe that bargain card where you look at the top 4 could be an option. But anyway, definitely a deck I'll probably continue to try some different stuff in. But hope you enjoyed the league, and thanks for watching.